Alright, now for this bad boy. I'm going to take these 4 nuts off the back. Once again, using our Hilborn scoop for a tool tray, or in this case, a nut tray. I don't know if I like the way that sounds. But anyway, I'll put this in. Now, once again, these are under the dashboard. And we're ready to go over here. Everything's done. I got that master cylinder over here mounted that we were talking about last time. When, if you look in the when we did the master cylinder for the if I could only think for a minute, for the clutch, you'll be able to see that video. Now this is very, very tight in here. This is this little hole, this little rubber grommet is where the vacuum hose, this one, goes. So you want to make sure that is in this corner. And that's kind of how you figure that out. And now this thing, you want to make sure is going to go on the brake pedal. Now that's going to be the fun part, because we're going to slide it in here. And like I said, I'm by myself, so man, this thing don't want to cooperate either. So we're going to have to just kind of slide it in. And kind of get this thing kind of started in there. And after painstakingly getting under the dashboard and getting these 4 bolts in, this top one over in this corner it's a booger. But anyway, we got her in. I ended up using just in case you get in the same predicament, I ended up using a stubby wrench, about yay long, 9/16, and just until it was tight. It only took about 410 turns, and then it was good. So anyway, so we got this in. She's mounted. We're just going to go ahead and put the master cylinder in, and I'm kind of looking at this master cylinder after all this new pretty. This is not good. Oh yeah, that is good. All this new pretty stuff. For a minute there, the way the light was hitting it, looked like this reservoir was empty, and I was starting to panic. But nope, we're good. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well. We're going to go ahead and put this. Oh yeah, that's what it was. The master cylinder looks like poop. Kind of wishing I bought a new one, just because this one doesn't look so good. Or at least took the time to paint this one, but too late now. It is time to put her in, because I am got other fish to fry on this car. So anyway, gonna get her in here. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. The line is hitting down here, so we're gonna have to bend her a little bit. There we go. I don't see us hitting anywhere else. I think the line is still hitting. So maybe we need to push her down a little bit. Whoop. I don't think that's causing me much grief. Let's push her over that way a little bit. There we go. And push this one over a little bit. Well, that one's stiff. Alright. Okay. Well, we got them in enough to get the nuts on there, and then the nuts will let the nuts do the work. Because I don't feel like muscling this thing anymore. And there's always going to be one that's a pain in the butt to get to. That's just the nature of the beast. And if there's 4, there'll be one that's going to be a pain. If there's 5, there'll be at least one that's going to be a pain. It's just the way things are. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Murphy's Law, but that's just how it is. Okay. Now this looks like the easiest way. It's going to be a 9/16. Box end, ratcheting box end would probably be the best way to go with this, I think, just because there's not really enough room to get a ratchet on this side, or that side for that matter, so we'll use a ratcheting box end. And they gave me another rod for this power booster. And I don't know if it's shorter or longer than the one they had already in there. So I'm a little bit concerned that once I get this tightened up, my brakes may be locked up. So we're going to test on that as soon as I get it. As soon as I get this in, I'm going to try to roll the car and see if she rolls. But if you don't have a ratcheting box end, I highly suggest you get one. And don't skimp on it. Buy a decent set. Because I use the snot out of these things. I always love when that happens. There, that's one. That's that one. There, that's that one. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we'll see if the car will roll. And if not, well, we got other issues. Just for the record, I went ahead and turned this. That was a pretty easy task. Just loosen the clamp up a little bit, and just because I think it looked a little better going along the lines of the car instead of turned sideways. I put it sideways originally for space, but I had plenty, so I went ahead and turned it just for aesthetic reasons. Just saying. And for the record, she rolled. So we're good to go. Everything's working. Assuming I have brakes. But that's a whole nother ballgame. That's just going to be bleeding if that's the case. But everything seems to be in order, so we should be done here. Needless to say, if you guys don't mind, hit that subscribe button. And if you like my videos and you want to watch the rest of this car build, hit the little bell thing. It'll bing, tell you when, anytime that I've got a new one out there and something you can look at. I think that's what that does anyway. We'll make believe. Hit it anyway. See what happens. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome.